What about prep? Did you have access to the gym while preparing for New York Pro? Did you have access to it?
No,
How did you
no.
work out?
I wish I had to use some friends' facilities that has some equipment, and I have the machine that I used in UB, so that actually helped a lot. So I had to crank that thing all the way up
What
to
is that
make it.
exactly? It's a machine like multi-purpose machine.
Yeah, it's great for working out. I mean, it's freaking amazing for working out.
Hmm.
It's actually contract the muscle for you, like each body part. I I love to use it, especially on leg day, because I can get so much out of my leg workout. So I
Hmm.
was using that a lot. Even sometime I'll just sit home while I'm watching TV. I'll just put it on and then I'll turn it on without doing anything. I'm just watching TV and then it's doing all my muscles is going like this. So get them some kind of work done while I'm watching
What is
TV.
it? What is it exactly? Is it a vibrating plate or something?
No, it's not like it's a vibrating. It stimulates the muscles. It's actually,
Oh.
when it send a signal from your brain to the muscle. You know how you have the mind muscle connection.
Uh-huh.
So it actually help you contract the muscle properly
Oh, I
while you're
see.
training it. So basically, it does more than half of the job for you while you're
Hmm.
working out. So
Interesting.
let's just say if I'm doing a leg press
Hmm.
and I crank it all the way up, even before I even start moving the weight, my leg is already flexing, flexing. So now
It can
all
be
I
it
got
can be painful though, right? Because it sends this like
is very
it
painful.
contracts the muscle. Yeah, I've seen it
Yeah,
before.
it's very painful. But you get used to it.
Hmm.
You get used to it. You got to start very low with the intensity, and then you slowly up it. But yeah, it's very painful.
So the whole prep was challenging for you. Couldn't go to because you in New York, right? New York based.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
New York, during this pandemic is the worst place for you to be in when it
Hmm.
comes to gym because
Hmm.
they're so strict out here. Everything is very strict.
It's crazy, man.
Make me want to move somewhere else to be honest. Because
I know, man. It's crazy.
yeah, because I see other people in different states working out, just living life here. Everything is
So,
just way too.
but you still got ready, and did you think about sitting it out maybe and just call it for the rest of the year, just
Um,
now doing shows? Did you think about that?
what I did was because I didn't know which show was gonna get canceled.
Hmm.
So it's not really just about me sitting it out. It's about me not pushing myself too much. Like doing too much cardio or going too. I didn't want to go at 100% into a show until I was 100% sure that the show was gonna happen. Because since when the pandemic started, I tried for like 4 different shows, and every single one of them, one by one, they got
Hmm.
canceled.
Hmm.
So imagine if I'm trying to go on hard for each one of them. When it's actually time for me to actually get on stage, I'll be burned out. So what I
Yeah.
did was I'll just I'll do a little diet, but I'll try to maintain a normal life at the same time. And I didn't really turn it up until I was like maybe 4 or 5 weeks out. When I spoke to Steve and he said like definitely the New York Pro gonna happen. I said all right, so it's time to turn it up. So that's when I really got in it and really trying to get in shape.
Hmm. Now, in your pro, you got fifth place, right?
Yeah, New York Pro I got fifth place.
And there was some controversy about it because a lot of people thought that some people thought you deserved to get higher placing. Some people thought you deserved to win it, right? I'm sure you heard these things.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then your coach Milos, right? He was very vocal about it right away. He thought you
I
were
mean,
robbed.
yeah, people say he's very vocal. I don't think he's doing anything out of the ordinary. I think the little stuff behind the scene, yeah, but as far as what I see him doing on social media, people say that I don't do. I mean, you've seen what he was on social media. Do you see him doing anything out of the ordinary?
No,
Because
he's a very vocal guy. He speaks his
he's
mind.
very vocal, but he's not doing anything that on social media that's crossing the line. And as far as what he's doing on social media, just posting pictures,
Hmm.
I don't really see how is that really crossing the line. I don't see how if you post a comparison picture between a client or anyone in a top five, how is that controversial?
I don't think he's crossing the line. I think he just speaks his mind. I want to know your opinion. Did you feel like you won the show, or did you feel like you deserved higher place?
Oh, I, I definitely feel like I won.
Mm.
I mean, I would have been happy with the higher placing, but I felt like I understand. I do understand why I didn't win. but I felt like, I felt like I couldn't win the show.
Why do you feel like you didn't win? What do you think? You had weak points that judges didn't like about you? What do you think happened?
Yeah, I think I probably have weak points. Maybe the judges does not. Maybe they didn't feel pleased with whatever my weak points was. Maybe they were more okay with somebody else's weak points than they are with mine.
Hmm.
Because I know I get knocked for some stuff, and some other guys get knocked for some other stuff for whatever my weak point is. So maybe that's the reason why I didn't win. But in my opinion, I still feel like I was good enough to win. Maybe place better, but I definitely feel like I was good enough to win. I'm not saying that I have an issue with not winning. I understand why I didn't win, but I do feel like I was. I'm pretty sure every single one of us, anybody in the top five, probably felt like they should. I mean, top six, top 10, probably feel like they should have won.
Yeah, I don't think that's like you said. It's not crossing the line. It's just your opinion. Like, you know what I mean? People get very sensitive very quickly. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if I'm
Just
getting on stage, of course I feel like I deserve to win. Otherwise, I would have kept my.
yeah. Now Milos, I saw an interview with him after the judging, right? After the prejudging, whatever. He really believes in you.
Yeah, he
He
does.
actually made a statement that
100%.
he thinks that you can become Mr. Olympia. He didn't say when exactly. I don't know if he meant, like this
But
year or
I don't
whatever.
have
But
much time, so he better come up with the time because I don't have much time because it get tough for me to go from show to show to show to show and to find the motivation because it's like a roller coaster. You
hmm
know,
hmm
when you go into a show like the New York Pro and you get placed fifth, and when I felt like I felt like I was better than fifth,
hmm
then you get placed fifth. So after that, you have to go home and try to find the motivation to prep for the next one.
okay.
Then you go to the next one, and then something has happened. So now you have to go back home again and to find motivation to move on to the next one. So how many times can you keep doing that over and over and over and over before your mind be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more?
hmm hmm well, what adjustments did you make going to the? Because they were only like a couple of weeks apart, right? Or like 1 week
Which one?
apart. The New York Pro and California Championship. What was it?
No, like couple 1 week.
1 week apart, right? So
Yeah.
what adjustments did you make going into that show?
Um, we didn't really have much time, so I came back home on Sunday, and then I have to leave. I had to leave when on Tuesday. So basically, I was only home for like a day and a half. So there
Hmm
wasn't really much adjustment that I had to make. So we pretty much did the same thing that we did for New York. It's not really because in New York I thought I looked great. It's not like there was something wrong with how I look in New York. So if there was something wrong, there was something to fix, then I would
hmm
probably try to tweak things. But everything worked perfectly for New York, so there was no point to change anything. So I did pretty much the same thing that I did for New York for the California show, which is a couple of days later. The only thing is, I think for those, since I was already in shape, for those 2 days when I was home, my carbs was not as low as it was going into New York, so my carb was a little bit higher, so which allowed me to be fuller for the California show.
So how did you feel after the California show? How did you feel about your performance there?
How did I? Oh, yeah, that one was tough. Yeah, because I felt like I was this close.
Hmm
Like you can taste it, and it freaking just. It's like you're about to take a bite out of your favorite food. Somebody just smack it out of your hand.
hmm
Yeah, that was a tough one for me. Tough. Like I'm still trying to get my mind to find some motivation to move on. But I will, because I still love what I do. The passion, the fire still in me. I just have to get over that because that moment when you get called second place, it's just keep playing in your head. That's all I keep seeing. Like that moment when I'm standing there, just like, oh, I'm second.
hmm
I'm not first.
hmm
You know, once again, you feel like you're not worthy.
hmm
So
I
I,
mean, I don't feel like if you, personally, I don't think you should be discouraged at all. I feel like you improve, you got better placing, obviously, and then you're a great bodybuilder. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, yeah. My placings are getting better. My
So what's
placing,
what's next? What's the strategy? I mean, you want to make it to Olympia this year, right? I'm assuming.
yeah. I mean, at first I didn't want to, not after the last one, because I'm like, okay, if because of the way things were going, I'll say, oh, maybe I need to take some time off and not even compete again this year. But once again, that's like you reacting out
Emotion.
of frustration
Mhm.
and disappointment.
Mhm.
But once I calm down and realize, you know what, I can get much better from now until the Olympia, because I didn't really have a gym to train this whole time, and I still managed to make improvement.
Right.
So now that I have like a full-blown facility to make the kind of improvement that I need to make, so I think I'm actually excited to see what kind of improvement that I'll be able to make from now until then.
But do you have to do any more shows to qualify or
No, I don't really think so, because right now I'm leading on the points.
okay?
Yeah, but it would be nice to go in with a win though,
Right, right.
because that's what I've been trying for, to get that win.
Hmm.
But I don't really think I have to do another show. I can just go on points. I hope that would be enough. But my main goal is just to, if I do make it there, is for me to bring my all-time best. Really, just show up looking crazy,
Hmm.
because being pushed to the side so many times. That's how I look at it. I'm always being pushed to the corner, pushed to the side. I feel like I have to knock so many people down just to get to the front. In order for me to do that, I really have to bring something really, really, really good. And I think I can do that.